Hello, my name is Hugo, and sometimes I do readings for the Mobile Public Library. Today I'm going to read an excerpt from one of my favorite books, Night of the Living Dummy by R.L. Stine, part of the Goosebumps series. Now, if you could just put up chapter 19 for me. No, not that one. Chapter 19. Yeah. Mr. Wood blinked, then hissed at her. An ugly sound, a menacing sound. In the darkness of the stairwell, his painted grin became a threatening leer. In her fright, Chris squeezed the dummy's shoulder, wrapping her fingers around the harsh fabric of his shirt. "This is impossible," she whispered. He blinked again. He giggled, his mouth open, making his grin grow wider. He tried to tug out of Chris' grasp, but she hung on without even realizing she was holding him. "But you're a dummy," she squealed. He giggled again. "So are you," he replied. His voice was a deep growl, like the angry snarl of a large dog. "You can't walk," Chris cried, her voice trembling. The dummy giggled his ugly giggle again. "You can't be alive," Chris grinned. Chris reached out her other hand and grabbed him around the waist. "Let go of me," he snarled in a raspy, deep rumble of a voice. "I'm in charge now. You will listen to me. This is my house now." He pulled hard. Chris encircled his waist. They both fell onto the stairs, rolling down a few steps. "Let go," the dummy ordered. He rolled on top of her, his wild eyes glaring into hers. She pushed him off, tried to pin his arms behind his back. He was surprisingly strong. He pulled back one arm and shoved a fist hard in the pit of her stomach. "Oh!" Chris groaned, feeling the breath knocked out of her. The dummy took advantage of her momentary weakness and pulled free. Grasping the banister with one hand, he tried to pull himself past her and down the stairs. But Chris shot out a foot and tripped him. Still struggling to breathe, she pounced onto his back. Then she pulled him away from the banister and pushed him down onto a step. "Oh!" Chris gasped loudly as he overheard the light, and the light flashed on. She closed her eyes against the sudden harsh intrusion. The dummy struggled, dazed, her chest heaving, her entire body trembling. Chris slowly climbed to her feet. She quickly pressed a foot on the dummy's back to hold him in place. "Mom and Dad, where are you?" she cried aloud. "Hurry!" The dummy raised its head. He let out an angry growl and started to thrash his arms and legs wildly. Chris pressed her foot hard against his back. "Let go," he growled viciously. Chris heard voices upstairs. "Mom, Dad, down here!" she called up to them. Both her parents appeared at the upstairs landing, their faces filled with worry. "Look!" Chris cried, frantically pointing down to the dummy beneath her feet. That was an excerpt from chapter 19 of Night of the Living Dummy. That's one of my favorite books. But let me have a little disclaimer here. Dummies, or the more preferred term dolls, are often portrayed in books and movies as being evil or deranged. Let me just say for the record, I'm not like that. Or am I? I'm sorry, I was just messing around with you. Woo! I'm kind of hungry.
What would you like?
Well, I think what I'd like is a Spam sandwich on banana bread with Munster cheese and Dijon mustard and Miracle Whip.
All right, I'll get right on it.
Yeah!